Welcome into the Week 7 recap. We will get right into it, starting with redraft. Bills Mafia 2-5 defeats Leftist Cheers 5-2, 146.13 to 134.07. Bills Mafia pulls off one of the biggest upsets of the season, knocking off top-seeded Leftist Cheers. Via an Aaron Rodgers in the Tampa Bay defense, Bills Mafia scores their second highest total of the season at 146.13 points. This is also Bills Mafia's highest tally in a game against Leftist Cheers in league history. Bills Mafia improves their all-time record against Leftist Cheers to 3-3. Leftist Cheers has a massive 30-point day from current wide receiver 1 Cooper Kupp, but it wasn't enough as Aaron Jones gets held to 19 yards on the ground and Mark Andrews only hauls in 3 of his 7 targets. Gumby Glizzies 4-3 defeats Nico's League 4-3, 160.15 to 104.43. Gumby Glizzies uses big days from running backs Alvin Kamara and DeAndre Swift to beat Nico's League in what has historically been a nuisance of a game for Gump. Gumby Glizzies improves their all-time record against Nico's League to 2-7. This shockingly wasn't even the highest score Gump has tallied against Nico's League, as they posted 161.44 points during Week 6 of the 2019 season. That week actually ended in one of the 7 losses for Gumby Glizzies, as Nico's League proceeded to score 162.92. Nico's League gets their 2-game win streak on the season snapped, but doesn't drop at all in the O.J. Simpson Conference standings. Scuba Delinquent 2-5 defeats Washington Rednecks 5-2, 143.43 to 76.75. Another huge upset occurs in the same week. I guess that's what you get when the NFL schedules buys like Fox schedules kickoff times. Scuba Delinquent posts a massive score and beats the Washington Rednecks by almost double their score. When Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb went down, Scoob turned into Ernest Johnson on Thursday Night Football, and with a score of 23.3 points, Scoob would never look back. On the other hand, an absolute disaster for the Washington Rednecks. Not a single non-QB posts double digits, but with Josh Allen and Justin Jefferson on bye, and Nick Chubb sitting on IR, not much the Rednecks could hope to achieve this week. No pun intended, 6-1 defeats Ben Steeler Virginity 3-4, 135.02 to 110.84. No pun intended pulls off another win to improve to 6-1 on the season. This win comes over Ben Steeler Virginity, who is riddled with inactives with Ezekiel Elliott, Austin Eckler, Deontay Johnson, and the Buffalo defense on bye, and Darren Waller being a pregame scratch. NPI seems to be cruising along fine with Christian McCaffrey out, especially with Jamar Chase looking like one of the best receivers in all of football. Ben Steeler Virginia, on the other hand, will need a lot more out of Pat Mahomes and Tyler Lockett if they're going to look at a playoff berth. This game marks the first ever franchise win, for no pun intended, over Ben Steeler Virginia. Our Week 8 game of the week is Leftist Cheers 5-2 versus Gumby Glizzies 4-3. This is a very important non-conference matchup to help determine who will secure top 3 by the end of the conference tournament. We will get to see Kirk Cousins and Dak Prescott battle it out on Sunday Night Football. And before we get into the power rankings, we have a bonus Week 8 game of the week for redraft. Scoob Delinquent 2-5 versus Bills Mafia 2-5. While this game may sound like a snoozer on paper, it will have a massive impact on who potentially ends up with the 8th seed and an automatic berth to the last place game. These two teams are also both coming off of massive wins against the top 2 teams in the league. Now we can get into our Week 8 power rankings, starting from the bottom. At number 8, now moving Scoob Delinquent. At number 7, moving down 1 spot, the Washington Rednecks. At number 6, moving up 1 spot, Bills Mafia. At number 5, not moving, Gumby Glizzies. At number 4, moving down 1 spot, Ben Steeler Virginity. At number 3, moving up 1 spot, no pun intended. At number 2, staying put, Nico's League. And at number 1, staying put, Leftist Cheers. We move into Dynasty. Stratton Oakmont Inc. 3-4 defeats I Am They 4-3, 109.93 to 107. Stratton Oakmont Inc. continues their flaming hot win streak and improves to 3-4 in the season after going the first 4 weeks winless. Big days from Jalen Hurts and Jamar Chase win the day for Stratton Oakmont, who capitalizes on a struggling week for I Am They. I Am They ties their second lowest mark on the season. They only won lower, being all the way back in week 1. We'll see how I Am They fares against DZ Raccoon 74 next week. Scoob Empire 3-4 defeats Sneezy Raccoon 74 2-5, 122.57 to 104.08. Scoob Empire bounces back from their Week 6 loss, and in the process avenges their Week 2 loss to Sneezy Raccoon 74 by easily disposing of them here. Alvin Kamara saved the day for Scoob on Monday Night Football, totaling over 125 receiving yards and a receiving touchdown in the Saints' 13-10 win in the rain over Seattle. As for Sneezy Raccoon 74, Pat Mahomes isn't looking like normal Pat Mahomes, and that is a huge concern moving forward, especially with the 2-5 record. Sneezy Raccoon 74 looks to bounce back in Week 8 against IMD. Prestige Worldwide 6-1 defeats Cumber Dynasty 4-3, 153.74 to 136.28. Prestige Worldwide uses a lethal Matthew Stafford to Cooper Kupp connection to reign victorious over defending champs Cumber Dynasty. The Rams duo connected for 76 yards and 3 touchdowns, securing 57.26 points between the two of them. Not all is great for Prestige Worldwide, though, as Tyreek Hill fails to perform and Russell Wilson is still on IR. For Cumber Dynasty, scoring over 135 points is a bright spot for a team that had many of their best players on bye. Cumber Dynasty will be looking to make a run at the Rednecks Conference title. Nico's Dream Team 4-3 defeats Gump Dynasty 2-5, 149.8 to 144.15. In this extremely close battle that came all the way down to Monday Night Football, the DK Metcalf-Jameis Winston combination could not provide enough points for Gump Dynasty to get the win. Unfortunate for Gump, as they lose with the third highest point total of the week. For Nico's Dream Team, all but one starter scored in the double digits, and that was with star wide receivers CeeDee Lamb and Chase Claypool on bye. This is Nico's Dream's third win in a row, but that streak will be battle-tested against the league leader Prestige Worldwide next week, which is a great segue into our Week 8 Dynasty Game of the Week. Prestige Worldwide 6-1 versus Nico's Dream Team 4-3. This one has a chance to be a thriller. With Lamar Jackson on bye, we'll see if Nico's Dream Team can continue their win streak over a 6-win Russell Wilson-less Prestige Worldwide. And finally, our Week 8 Dynasty Power Rankings, starting at the bottom. At number 8, not moving, the Scoob Empire. At number 7, not moving, Stratton Oak Mudink. At number 6, moving down 3 spots, Sneezy Raccoon 74. At number 5, moving up a spot, Gump Dynasty. At number 4, moving up a spot, Nico's Dream Team. At number 3, moving up a spot, Prestige Worldwide. At number 2, staying put, I Am They. And at number 1, staying put, Cumber Dynasty. Thanks for listening in on the Week 7 recap. We will be right back here for Week 8. We are getting close to the end of the regular season, so it's go time, boys. See ya next week.